I have 1 life left.
One life
Thank
to
God.
live.
Wow.
Listen! New game.
Yeah, well, except I don't die because I'm too good at this game, apparently. Apparently.
You're
I've tried. Like, I have
gamer.
so many rules about what I need to do to not die. I should go over them. I'm Austin
You should talk
Walker.
about those rules.
Welcome to Permadeath. Joining me, Danielle Riendo.
Hello.
Danica Harris. who
Danica just
dropped
lost a cord.
the
That's
power
all right.
cord.
I'm at 89%.
That's basically all the percentage there is, right?
Basically it,
All right,
yeah.
let me look at what the list is at this point because it's getting there. It's getting to be bad.
It's a
All right.
list.
I closed the list by mistake. I'm just going to check my computer. It's right here. There's a computer here. Don't look at the
Here
what
we
the
are.
logo is.
Welcome.
Welcome to Prepare.
Welcome
Here we go.
Prepare
Let's go through
Death.
it.
to our life.
1, remove my ability to fast travel to save my life from danger.
Okay.
2, prevent me from accessing the weapon menu until the current weapon breaks or is thrown away. 3, I'm not allowed to use the main map or the mini map,
Okay.
except that I can fast travel from.
What is
I need my
going on?
water.
What do you do?
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
4, 3, no main map, no mini map. 4, require me to add a monster to the compendium to make sure I have a photo in the compendium.
Right?
It's so hard to remember all these. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 5, prevent me ability to use melee weapon or javelins or spears as melee weapons. I can only throw them.
Okay.
6, I have to answer Waypoint Radio question bucket questions.
Yes.
We haven't done. We've been cutting through those.
Oh, yeah.
7, no Pro Controller or the controller shell, just Joy-Cons. I've switched Joy-Cons to a different pair of launch Joy-Cons. I don't know if these have
Okay.
that same issue, but the
They
last
have the
one-
same curse, I think, was the issue.
What do you mean the same curse?
They were cursed.
Were they cursed?
I mean, your previous controller
Were
was
they?
cursed.
Yeah,
That
but I'm
sounds like a
just
bit of an
saying.
excuse, though.
I'm just wondering if these are also cursed. Are these also cursed? We don't know. They
All I'm
could be
gonna
cursed.
say is
I'm
he's
gonna
only
hope
got
they're
one
not
life.
cursed.
There's one new one, which is Blood Moon Purge. I must discard all weapons except 1 sword, 1 shield, 1 bow. I get to keep arrows every Blood Moon, which is
Every
every
Blood Moon.
3 in-game days.
Apparently I'm
Something like
hot.
that.
My mic is hot.
You can adjust that. Thank you, Natalie. I'm going to hit continue on this video game. Figure out where we
Wow.
are and what we're doing. Remember last time we almost caught the cool
Yeah, the
animal?
Prince of
Prince of the Woods? Prince of Space?
the Prince of Darkness.
It was not the Prince of Darkness.
It was the
Lord of the Mountain.
Lord of the Mountain. is
Lord of
correct.
the Mountain. It's like a
Lord
cool,
of the
it's a cool,
Mountain.
like,
Lord of the
anime
Mountain.
The Lord of the Mountain.
dear God.
Fine Lord.
The fine Lord.
The King of the Mountain?
What
Well,
is
you know,
this?
I watched Game of Thrones the other day.
Did
so
you?
I'm ready,
Did
yeah.
you watch Game of Thrones?
I did.
What did you think?
No spoilers.
No,
but
I
think,
didn't. You didn't have to spoil it.
I'm loyal to the franchise, so I'm gonna.
We
What's
are
up?
streaming. Tim is here.
Up, Tim?
Hi,
Come
Tim.
in.
Tim is
Tim
here.
was looking for something. I
Tim
don't
went
know.
away.
Shout out to Tim Barnes.
He was looking for the Lord of the Mountain.
451 on Twitter.
Sorry.
What was I doing? with-
Anyway, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
There was a
pretty
lot
fun.
going on. I don't know why the
Oh, right, we had
fuck
the
Ed
cast.
Sheeran was there, but you
Yeah.
know.
I only realized that the person who sings that great "I'm in Love with Your Body" song is a pasty white bro after seeing that episode.
Ed Sheeran.
I didn't know that before.
You know, it's comments like that led him to delete his Twitter. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Pasty white bro.
I forget what Cass's mission was for me.
He's
No,
a
he did.
Lannister.
I just wonder how much he got
Oh,
paid
is he?
to.
He's a Lannister.
Okay.
Is he?
If you feel differently about that, they were wearing the Lannister armor.
Cass
Come on,
knows
that was
what's
Lannister
wrong.
armor.
Who knows?
When a single arrow
Anyway,
threads 2 rings, the shrine will rise like birds on wings. Let's do this. Let's do the shrine that's here. So
Yeah, let's do it.
Let him keep playing his thing here. I think they're up here. I think. There's one ring. We have to shoot both at. That seems impossible.
I think it's possible.
At the same time?
You're capable of magic and great things. I believe in you, Austin.
Wait, am I capable of magic? Ah, fuck.
Oh,
All right, I have to remember how this game works. All right, that's in
you
there.
have to
It's-
be the Lord of the Rings.
you have to be the Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Ring
All right,
Mountain.
we have to answer questions. We have to start answering
Oh
questions
yes,
immediately.
I'm so
My
sorry.
sword
Wait,
broke.
have you taken a picture?
Yeah, I checked. I checked.
All
I
right,
checked,
all right,
I
all right.
checked.
All right, so we've
Okay.
got a question. I'm going to go right from the top here. Unless you want to do numbers. Wait, Danica
No.
picks the number.
All right, that's
Danica
fair.
picks the number.
But she can't check ahead
Number
of time.
between 1 and like 74.
69.
A predictable choice. You know, you could pick that every time. It'll be a different question.
Oh, there's a bunch of these. Okay.
Are you ready? But
Yep, go ahead. Read me a question while I try to find the rings to shoot through.
this question was sent in by, what's that YouTuber's name? The vegan guy?
Oh, John
That's not
Sackar
Ch-
sent us a
nope.
question.
I
No.
don't think that's
I am
don't-
always DTF,
That's
down
not-
to flatulate.
That's not. No one knows what you're referencing. No one knows who that is. That guy gets like 800 views on his videos. You're referencing something like anyone knows who that is.
I think the important thing was that she made me laugh. So
Yeah.
I was happy.
Great.
All right, ready? This number 69 comes from Tyler. Thank you, 69, Tyler. Tyler writes, I am so happy to have you three on a podcast together.
Oh, it's us three.
So at
Oh,
this
hell
point,
yeah.
At this point, I had been
It could be
hired.
anyone. It
Uh-huh.
could be
It
anyone.
could be anybody. I appreciate how much thought is placed into your views and discussions, and I'm excited to watch as Waypoint continues to grow with that ideology in mind. I also really love the Waypoint yearbook and end of year
Oh,
content.
thank you.
Oh, we're so far back.
That's really good.
Uh-huh.
My favorite part of Game of the Year discussions and content is always derived out of celebrations of gaming
I'm going to heal.
as a hobby and
Can I
culture.
heal? I'm allowed to heal, right?
Yes, you are. And I think the yearbook was a spectacular example of doing such. My question doesn't really relate to politics and gaming, but maybe kind of.
Oh, right. That's what
Okay.
this
Over
is
the
from.
last
Okay.
year, I've found it difficult to hold discussions with people I disagree with, as the conversations end up explosive
True.
and both sides end up angry. I'm generally pretty good at staying level-headed, but can succumb to overreaction once a conversation escalates. Gaming has had this problem for years, and typically if you don't agree with consensus opinion, you're immediately outcast. Has your team had internal discussions
I'm going to sleep.
on trying to cultivate a
Chill.
reader /
Let
listener
this person
community?
ask their question.
Let 69 Taylor speak.
Yeah.
Community that can avoid this kind of behavior. Does the Waypoint team have a desire to even create a reader / listener community beyond those on social media?
Well, we've
I'd
since
love-
launched forums.
Hold on, Tyler's not done.
Okay.
I'd love to participate and observe thoughtful discussions around gaming and the culture, but have yet to see a successful place to do so. And when is the gaming community going to have an excuse to bring everyone to Chicago? I love the coast, but I'm tired of the coasts. If Waypoint ever finds a reason to have a WayCon, it should be in Chicago. Tyler also left their Twitter handle, which I think is fair to put on here. They put it here so it can be read, right? Okay.
I guess.
So Tyler is T-Fisher21.
Shout out
Okay.
to T. Fisher.
All right, so thank you, Tyler.
Hey, we launched forums since the time this question was asked, which is rad.
Yeah.
I just feel like these questions.
Don't dunk on Tyler.
No, I'm not dunking on him. I just feel like these questions don't even always come from a place of wanting to have a.
Yes.
Productive
I understand.
discussion,
I
you know
understand.
what I mean?
often,
Yes,
yeah,
the
totally.
arguments, yes. I agree.
Yeah, which is a shame. But what I do think is like there is still productive is a really broad word.
Yeah.
You can even fuck. I didn't even check. I'm pretty sure we have Keys in there. I have to
We got
double check.
Keys, right?
We must have Keys.
We got
I'm gonna
some-
check.
I hope he
Keys.
has Keys in there.
I do agree, though, that there aren't a ton of spaces in many communities
Yeah.
where like
Yeah, we have Keys. We're good.
good conversation goes on, and I
Yeah.
think our forums are a place where that happens.
Yeah, which again, like
Yeah.
those weren't launched when that question came in, and
Right.
I've been like really thrilled with some of like the dialogue that's come out of that space. Like there are some really great people who spark really interesting conversations. There's a book club. There's like so much stuff that I have not seen from many other online
yeah.
spaces. So that's been really cool to see. I can't figure out this puzzle. That's okay.
One thing I would say, and we said this on the podcast the other day, but that just choosing your battles is a very
Yeah.
good way of going about these things. Sometimes I
Yeah.
do stand up for myself and feel like, no, I'm gonna
right, well, you-
engage in an argument, or I'll engage with something.
Right.
But you really have to choose your battles, and it's not.
How do you choose those battles? When is it that you feel like this is the time for me to engage?
I feel like I will if it's something I really know my stuff on.
Sure.
If I feel like, which
Same.
How do
that
you-
certainly is a category that maybe I feel I know my stuff on some days better than others. But I got into a Twitter fight recently about
remember.
a medical thing, and I felt I know my
has to
stuff
be
on
over
this.
there.
I used to work on drug policy.
Right.
I also am an EMT and have seen this. I also have had
Oh, I see it.
specifically about the opioid crisis. I've had recent
Right.
family members die from it. It's like, I know this from many perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel today, on this fine night, that I'm going to fight for
Fight
myself
this
and
Right.
stand up
Twitter
for
person.
myself. And, maybe this will be helpful on some level to someone, or it'll just make me feel like occasionally I stand up for myself.
Right.
Because certainly anybody who's public And especially if you're a lady on
Yeah.
Twitter, you'll get a lot of shit, and that just happens.
But
So.
I don't go into conversations like even when I know my stuff expecting that there's gonna be like yelling and stuff. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Like I think expecting every conversation that you're gonna have in a certain space is as something that's gonna end up being like aggressive is just like the wrong outlook to have
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
wrong way to approach
Not
conversations in general. But
You can also sometimes, if somebody really does, and this is especially somebody you know in real life, this can be very hard on the internet, but if you know somebody in real life, it's a relative or something who you genuinely know this person, you know maybe that they don't have the same
Right.
background as you, but
Right,
like they
right.
give a
They're
shit about
coming
other human
from-
beings.
right, and
If
they
they're
care
coming
about
from a
you
place,
also.
they care about you. You can definitely kind of do the common ground thing. Like, all right, where can we draw some common ground
Yeah.
and kind of go from
And
there?
can we build something from there?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's an approach that I've found some success with in life.
This is not an interesting stream, so I'm gonna give up on this puzzle.
All right.
Wait, it might be right here though. I'm gonna try this.
That
last
might be
one.
what it is.
This might be it right here. We'll see.
All right. Well,
New
next
question.
Next
Yeah.
question. You want a number?
let's do number 22.
Number 22
Nice,
is
nice.
coming right up.
Yeah, it was right here. I'm a fool.
No, you're doing great. You're doing
fool.
beautifully. I
Well,
believe
a
in
little
you.
higher, maybe. No,
Number
it's too-
22. I'm scrolling. I'm
too
scrolling.
high.
22 comes from Ethan.
Here we go.
Here we go. I'm wondering if you think there will ever come a day where video games will be more open-ended and adaptive to what a player does, kind of like tabletop games are able to. Look at this. You
Ooh.
did a beautiful thing.
Mhm, I did all right.
did a
I got
beautiful
this
thing.
shrine.
Ooh.
Found a shrine.
That's a big ass rock coming out of the ground.
That's a
I still haven't played Breath of the Wild.
right out.
Fun game. We have a second Switch
know.
here.
real good game.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what these controllers
it.
are from.
You can play it.
You play
You
it.
can play this game. You too. All right. Sorry. So
Those are
Ethan is
truly
asking.
good.
For example, there's a quest in Skyrim where you fight a lich. Is it lich or
Lich.
It's lich. Okay.
Yeah.
And she taunts your character by saying she'll raise you as a general for her army, but that isn't even an actual option afforded to
Right.
the player. Do you think a game will ever allow more freedom and open-endedness like a tabletop game can when a player mentions or does something unexpected that changes the course of the game? Like suggest that a band of regular pirates are actually undead pirates.
Shout outs to Friends at the Table, which is where that
there you
happened.
go.
Yes and no. Like, yeah, like you can see things like that happening in certain niches of game making. Like I think you look at something like the Dwarf Fortress roguelike mode, like has a lot of permutations of weird stuff that can happen because it has such a simple interface in terms of communicating what the narrative of the world is. Whereas like it would be hard for this game to do that because handmade content is really expensive to make in terms
Yes.
of human resource, right? Like it's in that Skyrim example, like if that character who's like, oh, I'll make you an undead general in my army or whatever, like, okay, well, if someone says yes to that, then you have to develop the rest of that game such
Exactly.
that it treats you as being that. And a lot of players just won't explore that stuff at all.
True.
Which is here we go. Which will make it hard to.
Nice.
Oh fuck!
Nice
Wait,
work.
what am I doing here?
Oh, no.
No, I have to. I
Well,
have to go. There's already one
actually,
in the blue one.
You're right, so I'm sorry. I got excited.
Ah,
Oh no!
well,
it
fuck.
cancels you out.
It sure does.
I'm
Oh,
here
there's
to
two
answer
of them here. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
I officially can't drink any more of this drink because there's just so much fruit.
It's all fruit. It's fruit.
What is that
juiced.
drink?
It's an aromatic
boiled
Oh.
boiled fruit with
water.
water.
Word?
Yeah.
Boiled water fruit.
Strawberries, apples, and mint.
Oh, good. I had one earlier. It was delicious. It was really,
I fucked
really.
this up. I fucked this up. I did.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
No, I fell off of it again. No, I fell. I'm
well,
bad at this. It's gonna fall.
well,
It's gonna fall.
You know,
Damn,
That's all right.
this is a Portal 2 sequence.
yes.
A lot of these are. That's
Yeah.
this whole thing.
Yeah, all these nice shrines are real nice. They're really
This is the one. that I
shiny.
want. Oh well, it's gonna
They're
fall off that
shiny.
way.
Good
isn't it?
shinies.
It's gonna fall right there.
Oh.
Fuck off.
All right, I need another question.
Yes,
I need another
please.
number.
Oh, but wait, I wasn't done with that one.
Oh, yeah,
Which
go
is
ahead.
just like, yes, we will see an increase in that stuff, but also not as quickly as what you want necessarily.
Sure.
And it's going to be, there are going to be limits on that so long as what we're talking about is handcrafted game stuff, you know, like that, and that's just part of. It's very easy for you and me to tell a story together collaboratively. because
We
we can
can
just
yes and.
we can just yes and, right, exactly. Think about the Dungeon World game that we played forever ago. Is
That
there
was
something
really
extra
fun.
there? Is there? That looks like there's something extra there to me.
It does look like it.
Where like Adam was just able, Adam Coble, who co-wrote Dungeon World, was able to just like make a thing
Whoa.
up in response to whatever we said. Sick.
good.
My inventory's full. I can throw away a weapon, right? I'm allowed to do
Yes,
that.
you're still allowed to do
Oh, well, it
that.
has to be this one though. It has to be the one that I
Yep.
have equipped. So, peace.
Bye.
Take this Thunderblade instead.
It's a magically endowed blade.
It is. She ain't lying.
Magically endowed is
the
It
true.
just means a different thing. Yeah.
It's a legitimate truth.
I'm adding a command. Command, add, blade.
magical.
It's magically endowed.
endowment. You know, sometimes you've got a magical endowment.
Like they're magically delicious.
Oh, is that what
Magically
that meant?
delicious and endowed.
Is that what that meant? I didn't know idea.
Magically endowment.
Next question.
Give me a number,
Sorry.
Danica.
Number 4.
Number 4. Lucky number 4. Number 4 is
That
a.
a lucky number?
It's actually very unlucky because it's very close to the character for death,
death,
in the
right?
Chinese
She-
language.
she-
Yes.
Sure.
That I knew. Okay, this is from Spencer from Michigan.
Hey, Spence.
All right. Spencer B, in fact.
Don't assume someone's nickname.
That's what I was saying. Well, I didn't want to be like Spence. That's what I was like. When I
Hey,
said
Spencer.
well, Spencer. That's one of the things. Like I was like, called him Spence, and I was like, oh, maybe your name isn't Spence. Maybe
You
your
know.
name is Spencer.
Maybe it's all the way Spencer.
Maybe your nickname is just Ost.
People have called me Ost.
Really?
One of my dad's best friends, Tony Stone, which is like a dope name.
Tony Stone.
It was a
Tony
great-
Stone.
Tony
He used to call
Stone.
me Ost the Boss. when
Ost
I was
the
growing
Boss.
up.
That's
Very good. It was like
adorable.
when I was like a little kid. I was like
That's
12.
really cute.
Yeah. My whole
Yeah.
family calls me Dan. Do people call you Dan?
My dad calls me Danny.
Okay, my whole family calls me Dan.
Dan, huh?
Dan.
That's
Oh, I got
cute.
enough for another. I got 4.
We like to shorten it to one syllable. Like
Yeah,
my
I got
sisters
you.
are Ab and Al, and I'm Dan.
Al?
And my mom
That's
is
good.
Mom, and my dad is Dad.
There, you know, you
You
got
know,
them
it works.
all.
It just works.
You got everybody in there.
Okay, sorry. What's the question?
That's
Number
all
4.
right. You
Number
know,
4.
Spencer brought up this beautiful naming thing, and now
Here we
Spencer's
are.
bringing this question.
Yeah.
My question pertains to amateur video game development.
Okay.
Being a college student that ultimately wishes to break into the development side of the industry, I've finally been able to bring together a group of 5 friends who wish to do the same. While we're working on a project in our downtime, as the co-founder of our team, I'm worried about encountering problems other first-time developers encounter as well. Based on your collective histories in games academia, enthusiast reporting, and honest criticism, what type of advice would you give brand spanking new dev teams? With the warmest regards, Spencer B.
Small.
Spencer B.
Make something small.
Yes.
Like make lots of little small things.
Scope appropriately.
Yeah.
You make small
Don't be
games.
a scope dope.
You make little small
I
games.
do.
Don't
I
make,
make
like,
jam
tiny
games.
things.
the thing that is like your dream game, like which doesn't mean like don't follow your dreams, but like don't get caught up on the notion that the thing you have to make is like the big true thing
Yes.
that's in your heart. Make cool little things. Have
a
little
tiny
ideas.
piece of it.
Yep.
So if your dream game is Zelda here, make a cool little crafting game. Or make just the climbing mechanic
Yep.
and places to run around on it. Just make a tiny little thing and make that really good.
Yep.
And then work on another tiny little thing. And also, I teach game design and I make tiny little things for fun. And I see students really, really getting wrapped up in the sort of, it has to be really good. And no,
It
no,
super
make
doesn't.
crap. Please make the crappiest
Just make
things.
stuff.
Just
Yeah.
make stuff because you're going to get better at it
Yeah,
as you go.
get those XP points in.
Exactly. Get
Those
those
XP
XP.
points?
Get your XP.
I-
Get
no
your
opinion.
XP in. Get your raw XP in.
XP. Also, you can do it, Spencer. You're going to be all right.
I thought there was like more to come with that, and you were just like, also, you can do it, Spencer.
I'm trying to be encouraging.
Okay, that's good. Shout out to Spencer.
The game industry is a difficult place to
It
break
is.
into. But you know what? A lot of people will poop on your dreams.
Yeah,
Don't
true.
don't let people poop on your dreams. Don't look down
Don't-
on doing something
Don't even
for
let them-
money.
don't even let them
That's not game
flatulate
development.
on your dreams like
Don't let
John
them-
Sackars.
Don't let them flatulate on your
Can't believe
dreams.
how much John Sackars has been
Don't-
in this stream. It's unbelievable.
Don't look down
I
on
think I-
taking a job that's outside of it to pay rent and then work on things in your time
Mm-hmm.
and make small things and be a dreamer.
I was watching an episode of Catfish.
All good
That
stories
was
begin
about
this way.
that was about this guy who was developing a game
Yeah.
who with his friend, and he had been talking to this girl online for 3 years, and he was convinced he was being catfished because like her accounts looked fake and like things were just weird.
What constitutes looking fake?
Her Twitter didn't really have any followers.
Yeah, well. That's a lot of people.
And anyway, so he didn't have, he didn't know if she had an Instagram. It's just all these fishy things that catfish episodes have. Anyway, so they found her. She was real. And the guy was like, I might move to be with her and quit. Like, I might have to work on this game from home. And his friend got so fucking mad at him. His friend was like, don't fucking leave me, dude. I swear to God. Anyway, it was a good episode of Catfish.
Also,
Good
Catfish
do
is
that,
on Hulu,
Spencer.
and I've been watching it.
Don't do what that dude did,
Yeah.
Spencer.
And the
Be
girl
good.
ended up they ended up not staying together anyway. So like, if you're getting catfish, just fucking accept it.
Spencer, accept it, Spencer. You're getting catfished by the
That's
games
a hard
industry.
lesson. That's a hard,
Oh,
hard
God.
lesson.
Oh, fuck off.
Wow.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
I'm really
They're in there
I'm
already?
really proud.
Okay.
Of
well,
what?
of Spencer for sending such a nice email. Okay, I need another number.
Another number is gonna be 11.
Okay, let's go to lucky number 11.
Because 1 + 1
Made in
is
heaven.
2, and so it's me and you on this couch.
You
that's
and
2.
me. 1 + 1 equals us. Calculus.
Oh my gosh! I know my calculus.
Oh my God. You're gonna get
Forever,
sued.
You and me together.
I can't believe it. I'm gonna get sued by MTV.
Oh my god!
I know my
Well, that's not gonna work.
calculus. Okay.
Toss it on
All right, ready? This comes from J.M. Bossy.
Oh,
J.M.
hell yeah.
Bossy.
J.M. Bossy?
J.M. Bossy says, now a question.
Uh-huh.
I'm a social science student in Vancouver, and even though I am deeply fascinated by game design, there aren't many resources available on design theory to students pursuing different fields.
True.
What do you
Well-
all suggest to people interested in engaging with game academia who don't want to pursue the subject exclusively? Thank you guys. Good luck with work and stuff.
I forgot how to throw things. I think, like, in general, there's lots of resources that are actually pretty accessible for not. I can't remember how to throw things. I just don't remember. For
okay.
people who are not making games, like I think most of the key texts in game design
Yes.
are pretty approachable. Like, I think like rules of play is pretty approachable. I think like what was the Anaanthropy, Naomi?
Oh,
The one who talks about verbs a lot
yes.
is a really good resource for like intro.
Let's take a look at the Google
What is that
machine.
called? That's not it. That's not how to throw.
Everyone, well, not everyone, but people in the chat say Austin's going to drop every single rock.
I
in the
am. Well,
lake.
here's our no. I'm not.
Anaanthropy book.
Here's what you're not going to do.
Plus Naomi Clark. There it is. I got it. I got
It's
it.
not this easy. Game design
Game desi-
vocabulary.
yes,
That's
game design
correct.
vocabulary
There
is
it
a really great intro to thinking about game design in that way.
Yeah.
Make it fuck too far. Oh, but oh. I got you, game. I figured you out. I figured how
see what you're
Cryonis
doing
works.
here.
Now I got you.
Art of Game Design by Jesse Schnell.
that game's alright. That
as-
book's alright. Yeah.
As Natalie has said in
Yeah.
chat here.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Thanks, thanks, Jesse. Thanks, Natalie.
Thanks to
Jesse-
both of
Jesse
you,
Shell, I
honestly.
think, right?
If we're
Shell?
being
Yeah,
honest,
you run Shell games.
thanks so much.
Thank you, J.M. Bossy, for sending in
Yeah.
a good question.
Do you have any other resources? Like, what do you teach your
I teach
students? Like, what's
it's
your
game
starter?
design workbook, a play-centric. A lot of what I teach is design stuff. It's
Fuck.
not really academic.
Right, sure.
It's not
Yeah, but I think
academic.
that's-
It's in a college
Right, but
course.
this person says like that's kind of what they want, right?
Okay.
Is-
If you want to learn about designing games
Yeah.
and sort of making good rule sets and making interesting rule sets
Bad.
and also sort of getting
This is not going as
familiar with sort of the play-centric process, or it's the game design. You gotta have your player experience
you gotta have your
goals.
player experience.
Remember your
goals.
player experience
I
goals?
do remember.
I really used to have player experience
Oh,
goals.
bad.
If I'm
Oh, we're
gonna
back
ever
here.
hit- Look what I
Okay,
did.
cool.
Look what I
It
did.
made you.
Fuck
oh no!
you.
I was gonna
God
say it was
damn.
good luck actually, but
It
no.
was not. I think that's the end of my rocks also.
Wait,
so
you know, your rocks are
Not
gone.
rocks.
He got his
All right.
rocks off.
He got.
That's lewd.
No, it is not. Getting your rocks off is having a good time.
You should look up the history of that.
Should I?
You should think about the word rocks more.
What does it mean? I don't get it.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Give me another number.
Please.
Now
Now I'm lost in the fucking rain.
8, because I'm saying in my head, because I can't stop thinking about the room. So I'm saying in my
I
head,
understand.
I did not hit her. I did not. So that's 8 words.
Wait, how did you just happen to know? But that was 8 words?
No, I was counting. I counted like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. This one comes from Adam.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Adam writes, last Friday I was watching the Graham Norton Show. If you don't know, this is a late night chat show on the BBC here in the UK. I realized that part of the marketing campaign for films, theater, and music, actors, performers, and musicians take part in these interviews and chat shows to advertise their new film, show, or album. My question
Makes
is,
sense, yeah.
do we think we will ever see actors or developers from video games appear on these primetime shows to talk about their games? I realize some have, Sean Murray, for example, but this
did
seems to be
happen.
very rare. Do you also think the games industry needs to focus on breaking through onto these shows to develop more as a mainstream entertainment medium? If so, is there anyone currently have the ability to appear on these kinds of shows? Kind regards, Adam.
I have lots of mixed feelings about this because those sorts of appearances do little for me. I'm interested in, like, the Sean Murray one was really interesting to see how No Man's Sky was sold to a wide audience.
Yeah.
When Reggie showed up on Jimmy Fallon, it's interesting to see how that stuff is framed. But like I cringe at the notion of like trying to get more mainstream acceptance via like walking the same path that Hollywood film does or something.
Yeah.
Largely because I know who that benefits the most, and that is how you get the set of like 5 all-tour dude game designers to be the face of game development.
Right.
It's like my problem with a lot of crossover events. It's like something like the Tribeca Games Festival this year. Like that was Ken Levine on a stage talking because Ken Levine is a name at this point, and like, but also hasn't shipped anything in the last few years that I'm that interested in hearing about. And so like, if we ended up going down that route, it would be cool if the people who got to show up in those spaces were representing a broader spectrum of what game development looks like.
Yes.
But I don't think that the medium is quite there yet in terms of like being able to have. I don't think film is even quite there quite yet either. Like when an actor goes on the set or goes on to a show like that, they're normally telling funny stories and they're
Right.
being charming. But also, it's their job to be charming already. So they're good at that stuff because they're trained at being charming on screen.
Yes.
And it's way harder to do that for people who just don't have that training already. How else can I hit this? Can I hit this with something without wasting?
You can also think about maybe a little magnesis.
Can I magnesis anything here?
I thought maybe you could do a little magnesis. Maybe not.
No.
Maybe I'm lying
You're
to you.
just
I
a
lied.
liar. You're a
From
liar.
my face.
You lied through your face.
But so here's the other side of that. This is why it's mixed. Is like our website does better if video games gain the sort of mainstream appeal that or not just mainstream appeal, mainstream like knowledge and like interest that film currently has, right? Like our lives get easier, our hits go up. People are more interested in the stories that are a little bit more complex because they're already into this sort of thing.
Yes.
And that is like that is a real condition for us, right? Like, and so on the other hand, like I get why it is appealing to have that crossover potential.
I would say that other than the being a weird creeper with Kate Upton, I actually kind of like Conan's segments. I wrote about it last week, I think. That
He's been a creeper.
he was being a weird creeper
He's been
with
a creeper
Kate
before.
Upton.
He's made some creepy
See, that's no good.
things, but I do like watching him play video games.
I like watching him play video games when he's not being a weird creeper.
Right,
Like he did a
right,
really
right.
funny one with like only the week
this
before
goes?
with
Where's
what's
this
his
go?
face? With Job.
Also, remember when Nicki Minaj played Resident Evil 7? Like, that was extremely fucking good.
Excellent
That was
content.
extremely good.
It was
I
excellent
don't remember
content.
that. Was that really good?
It's
I need to
so
watch that.
good. It is
That
so
sounds really
good.
It
So
sounds
that's like a fun
And
segment.
like T-Pain
when it doesn't
recently,
Oh, I see what I have to do.
T-Pain
Okay.
recently did a stream with like
let me get my stand in the back.
Ubisoft or something where he played, I forget which game, Grand Theft Auto or something, and that was fun to watch.
Okay.
I see. That's nice. I like that. I like that. I just can't think of what famous actor. Yes, Will Arnett. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
Will
kept
Arnett
saying
has
he was
definitely
Job,
been-
and
Oh,
and
I had not even put that
that'll
together.
tell
Yes,
you
yes.
why I'm good at life. But that was like a really cute one where they just sort of kept one-upping each other, and they were playing
Right.
arms, and it was
Yeah,
actually like
yeah.
That
really
makes sense.
funny,
Yeah.
and it like showed off the game in a really good way, like as being like, oh, this is the thing you can have your little rivalry over.
Yeah, so as long as
It
there's
was,
not
like,
a cute,
and
as long as
funny.
there's not a cute girl
Right.
on, then
And him
it's
being
pretty-
like,
it's good.
oh, I'm hitting on you, and it's like, no, you don't have to do that.
You know, you don't need to tell me you're hitting on me. I know
Right.
you're hitting on me.
Like, can just don't be a creepo.
Thanks.
Don't be a creepo.
That's all.
There's
Hey,
your real
don't
life
be a
advice.
fucking creepo.
Don't be out. Yeah, what you said. All right, I need another number. I keep hitting your bag.
That's
when it's time
fine.
for a
I
number.
hit
I'm
my
like,
bag all the
"Ding,
time."
Number, please. I would like one.
Let's do
There we go.
let's do 20. Oh wait, did we already do 20? Let's do 33.
33. That's my age.
Oh. That's why I did
That's
it.
usually people's reaction.
That's why I did it. Stop. I did it
Oh,
because I appreciate
you're near
your
death.
age.
Good.
That's not what anybody thinks.
I appreciate
No
your
one
age. I think
thinks
you're very
that.
young,
Thank you.
Vibrant.
vibrant.
Vital.
I'm a
All
vibrant
the
You will
lady.
die. You will die long after all of us die.
yeah, you
Trust
fucking kidding
me.
me? God.
Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you. And you know where you get good health from? Doctors. And you see who wrote in? Doc.
Our buddy
This person's
Doc.
name is
Our pal
Doc. I had a really
Hey,
good friend
I
named
know a
Doc.
doctor.
You know a
Oh,
doctor?
my
I know a
fucking
doctor.
God.
You know a doctor?
I can't believe it.
I won't do the
Today-
bit because Austin doesn't want to do the
Austin
bit.
will
But
walk out
I
of
know a
this
good
room.
doctor if you ever
Oh
need
my
a
God.
doctor.
Any day, I need a doctor. Every day. All the things I need. All right. I have what you might call a bit of an addictive personality when it comes to games. I'm very easily drawn in and hooked by repetition, progression, and some of the less savory free-to-play tactics. As an example,
Gotcha.
when I first got Final Fantasy 14, took me a second.
Yeah?
14, XIV, that's 14, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay, 14. I got it right. It just took me a
you
minute.
did good.
It took me about a week to reach the max level.
Damn it, wanna
I don't
use-
necessarily hate grinding, but I don't necessarily enjoy it either. Depends
Okay.
on the game. But whether or not I like a game, I often find myself sinking in quite a lot of time and energy into it. On the bright side, I find myself quite resistant to burnout in games, and I often end up being pretty good at and knowledgeable about the games that I play. That said, essentially, none of my favorite games of all time have these sorts of hooks to begin with. Kentucky Route Zero, Yume
Nikki.
Nikki, thank you, and Journey, that sort of thing. I almost never find myself getting lost in the way when I play a roguelike or the Soul series, which I attribute to the more methodical, deliberate way you have to play those games. So my question is this: how can games better account for players like me, or similar but less extreme play habits? I ask this instead of do they account for these players, because after 1,000+ hours of Warframe
Oh,
and a
jeez.
lot of lost sleep, I know from personal experience that they don't. Thanks, have a great week, and may the new year be merciful to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2017.
My question is like, what do they mean by account for players like them?
Account for players.
Yeah, but like, what do they mean by like?
I don't know,
Like, do you want that habit or that characteristic? Like,
it sounds
played
like
to,
yeah,
or
yeah.
not?
That's what it's sounding like. It's sounding like they are asking about
No, fuck that one.
games. I don't know, taking
if they
responsibility
don't
for
have
how
burnout,
players
if
feel.
this person is burnout immune, basically.
Right. I don't know a company in the world. That's not true. I think that it is rare that a game publisher would ever be interested in
Somebody who's infinitely interested in
right,
one
like,
game.
changing that about you or
Right.
making sure that it's like that
They
is
want you to buy stuff.
Yeah, bad. They really
Yeah.
do. And like to keep playing their one game and to do all the other stuff, you know, like to buy microtransactions and all that. Like that's
Yes.
fully in their interest. All right, I'm almost there. I've almost
Oh,
figured out
you're
this
doing
puzzle.
this really
Al-
well.
Almost.
I'm really proud of you.
I thought I knew it,
Ding.
but I don't.
Let's do that next question because I think Austin would have
Fuck.
well, Austin would be good at
He's
answering
gonna be
that.
good at answering
And
it.
it's a question
I
that
got
even
it.
I have. Oh no, wait, just kidding. I thought it was asking a different question.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to question number 42.
Number 42.
Which one? Okay.
That's all the answers to the question of life, the universe, and everything. Brrr, nerd alert. All right, 42 comes from...
I'm weird. I don't know if you.
Oh, fuck off.
No, do it. Do it.
I don't know the quote by heart. I would have to look it up.
Something about I wear
In
a
case you
hat.
haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. That's why I never take this
Aw.
fucking hat off my head.
That's what he says, yeah.
That what he said? Thanks, Jugs with a Z.
That's not right either.
That's his name.
I was just called Jugs live on
fuck.
stream.
Jugs with a Z, though.
That's not
makes it okay.
better.
It's the same exact
That's
thing.
still
It's the
Jugs.
same exact thing. You know
Wait,
what?
about Jug Heads with a Z? Does that make it okay?
I
Jugs
can't
head.
beat this fucking shrine.
Jug's Head. You can do it. I believe
No, I
in you.
can't. I don't
Oh
have
my
any bows left.
gosh.
Oh no.
I literally
Well-
cannot finish this.
Well, you know what?
I have to leave and come
You
back.
throw arrows
No.
like darts.
Oh, look, there's extra arrows there I can't
Look at
fucking
that.
get to.
You got good arrows.
God damn it, this stupid fucking game.
All right. Well,
Maybe,
we got Nick from Belgium.
I have a plan.
Nick from Belgium has a nice question for us.
Can you read it in an accent?
I don't think I should read this one in accent. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
let's
about a
not
person.
do that. Oh, fuck.
It's about a certain group of people, so I
Okay,
don't want
okay.
to read
Don't do
that in
that.
accent.
Don't do that
But
then.
for like the next one, that's like a
If
lighter
there's
question.
a lighthearted
definitely-
question, yeah.
I definitely will. Don't worry. All right. So Nick asks, "Hey guys, in Waypoint Radio episode 12, you talked about Watch Dogs 2 and its cast of characters. One of them is Josh, who is autistic, and I feel like I can relate. What are some other games you know with autistic people in them? On the top of my head, I'm thinking about Dreamfall chapters with a character called Wit, who has been described as a technological savant. His sister Mira doesn't treat him right, though. I love you, Wit." So that was from Nick from Belgium.
Overwatch, Symmetra.
Oh,
That's
Symmetric.
right.
That's true. That's true.
Though that if you're looking for like a more story-based
Story-based
game.
game.
Fuck.
I've never played LA Noire, but isn't there
Oh.
there an artistic character in
Oh,
LA Noire?
I don't
might
know.
very well be.
I don't know if
seems
that's
possible.
represented in like a
Yeah.
good way or not,
Yeah.
but I just know that
I liked that game when I first played it, but it has been a
I've never played it,
long
so I have no
time.
idea.
I did really like that game for things in it and disliked other things in it. It was one of those for me. I believe we had a guide to games on that, in fact.
You
It was
did.
One of mine. It was one of my GTGs.
Fuck, that's not right.
Other
Okay.
autistic characters. I feel like was one of the characters in that really cute and good game about kids on a beach. It was a narrative game, Oxenfree. Was one of the characters in Oxenfree?
Were they? I don't know that.
One of the characters in Edith Finch, I believe, was possibly
I think that's true.
on the autism spectrum.
I need to drop
believe.
this into
And
onto
that
this
game was really
platform.
cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's see if
I
chat
can't
has-
say that I've played
I
a
wonder
ton.
if chat maybe has some.
I did it, and I fucked it up. God
see.
damn it! God damn it!
They didn't state it in
Fuck.
Oxenfree. Okay. Yep, we have Symmetra in here. If
Yeah,
you look
I
at her
don't.
documents.
I am having a hard time thinking of anybody, especially characters who are then treated well or who are
Right,
depicted
exactly.
That's very important.
with
yeah.
any degree of. Like, that's kind of what made the character in Watch Dogs stand out. Was like, oh, this depiction is sympathetic, if still not perfect. It is like sympathetic.
Sondal
They are.
from Dragon Age. Somebody said.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, I wouldn't say sympathetic. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why like what Blizzard did around Symmetra was so cool. Is like
Yeah.
when all that news came out, that was awesome.
Pretty rad. All right. Wolfenstein New Order. Was there an autistic character?
Maybe.
Potentially.
I still haven't. We're
Yeah, I
thinking
need
of
to
playing
play that as well. so.
later this year on.
Yeah, if you guys in the
Fuck
chat can think
you.
of games where like people on the autism spectrum are represented in a way that is good and
Yeah. With
like,
respect, basically.
right,
You know, treated with
then
respect.
go ahead and put them in the chat
Yeah, pop them right in.
because I can't say that
Maybe
I've played
Many.
any besides Overwatch.
Yeah.
Let's try this one again.
I think it's like hinted at in Oxenfree. It's not like a super
Right.
in your face thing. And
Which I still need to play, by the way.
yeah,
I
it's
just
good.
thought.
I liked it. It's pretty good.
Tekla
Nope,
from
did not work.
Wolfenstein.
Tekla from. Okay, cool.
Someone else is saying To the Moon. The game To the Moon.
Potentially, I've not played.
No, I believe that that's true.
Okay,
That I
cool.
actually believe is true.
Cool. All right, let's get another number while folks are thinking,
Oh,
maybe.
okay,
6.
okay, here we go.
Oh.
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be fine.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, I haven't done it yet. Calm down.
Let's do number 16 because that is the age of Galaxy Goats, who we interviewed about his
Hell yeah.
Minecraft rap
Who
career.
needs a fucking
yeah.
bow? What's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did it because I mentioned Galaxy
You did.
Goats.
Play Minecraft.
If
Yeah.
you're mining.
You should talk about what Galaxy Goats.
Yes, please talk about him for a moment, and then we'll get into this question.
Danica, a few months ago, sent me.
I showed Austin Galaxy Goats.
Would you explain what that is? Because also
Galaxy
someone
Goats
who,
is a
he gets-
16-year-old kid who is a Minecraft rapper and also does some
What's
other.
that mean?
He does vocal covers of Minecraft songs. Most of them are rap. He has also done Adele, but most of them
Sure.
are rap.
Most of them are rap.
Okay,
And most of them are like a very specific corner of rap too, which
Yeah.
is like, yeah, it's good.
He does like
He's like a Migos track. He does like who else? He's done
Kendrick.
Like, Kendrick.
He
Lil Uzi Vert.
does
He's done.
Lil
I guess
Uzi
he
Vert.
just did this. He just did like the fucking biggest song in the world for the like. What is he? You're the one. What's the name of that track? The Khaled,
the
Bieber,
DJ Khaled, Justin
Yeah.
Bieber, I'm the one.
I'm the one.
Anyway, so I showed
Yeah,
Austin
He
this
dances
kid.
too.
And he
I feel like
dances.
the dancing
He-
is also
Oh, the
important.
dancing is
So the dancing
so
is a little rough because
amazing.
a lot of it is like dabbing and other stuff.
It's
but
bad.
most of it is like these arm movements that are like he's flailing his arms and he's like doing all this wild shit.
Doing moves.
Which he said is not really improvised. He's like
He's learned
yeah,
these moves.
yeah.
Yes.
So I showed this kid to Austin and Austin was like, we should
Yo,
reach out.
You gotta reach out.
You got to reach out.
gotta
And
do
it
an
took me a
interview.
few weeks to get in touch with him, but I finally got in touch with him through SoundCloud of all places. I got to
Beautiful
interview him,
platform.
and he's just a 16-year-old kid, and he does songs like he has a song he covers Redbone where he goes, "If you're mining, you can mine some."
It's very good.
Like we can mine it, whatever. Minecraft diamonds. Oh, he doesn't say that. I don't know how the song goes.
It's good.
Anyway, the interview's up on the site.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, thank you. Thank you to Galaxy Goats and thank you to Danica for doing that beautiful interview. This question comes from Peter in Vermont. Regarding deep dives into games, my first
Okay.
JRPG was Pokemon Fire Red, and I've been hooked on the series ever since. With the release of Sun and Moon, I decided to take one of the last chances I'll have as a pseudo-adult to binge on the game, playing 50 hours in a week over the Thanksgiving break to beat the story. I love many of the subtle changes they've made to create a more accessible experience for new players, while still allowing a veteran like myself to enjoy the most fun and self-aware the series has ever been. In that vein, I'm curious what games you were obsessed with when you had the time for such habits. Maybe it was something in high school or college, or even earlier than that. Regardless, I want to hear about what game or series kept you up until ungodly hours and threatened your GPA. Much love for your fantastic work, Peter from Vermont.
Original Kingdom Hearts.
Whoa!
Wow, that was
That one I played a lot. Also, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like, I was
Okay.
obsessed. I was like, I didn't care. My little sister was very young in my room. My mom was like, get out of there. And she'd be like, no, we're playing video games. And, you know, I played a lot. Also, Cruising USA.
Cruising USA.
I played a ton of.
Hell to the yes.
What about you?
Wow, that's beautiful. Austin, do you have one?
trying to think, like things that like kept me up at like the same shit that's just like pretty
Everything.
common.
Austin doesn't sleep.
I
first
already
of
Yeah,
don't
all.
Austin
sleep,
really
like,
doesn't
by
sleep,
default,
so.
is the problem. So, but it's also just like the same shit that I think is true for a lot of people. Which is like, oh yeah, Oblivion did that for me in college. Skyrim did that for me when that came out. Like it tends to be very big, bulky Western RPGs for me. Things that are just like you can lose yourself in the, like Zelda, also not a Western RPG, but like that sort of open world, exploratory. I can keep just running through this
Open
thing.
air adventure.
Yeah.
Open air adventure
yeah.
games, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was really like that for me. Like I've gotten into MMOs, but only for brief periods of time. Like I'll go really hard on something and then like, okay, I'm done with it, gone, move
Yeah.
on, and that's like, so that doesn't really fit here.
And I feel like MMOs are the main genre of
Right.
game that you would stay up all night playing, and that people do stay up all night playing. I've never been into MMOs.
They're good, they're fun.
Yeah.
I like them.
I have sunk hundreds of hours into things, but never, thankfully, even when I had like the worst insomnia of my life, I didn't usually stay up too late because I will just die. I will just be dead. I can't function without sleep.
Right.
I mean, obviously when I was younger, it was a lot easier, but now in my life, I'm like, I need 7 hours, or I'm like zombie who can't move off the
Mm-hmm.
floor,
Right.
flop like a fish on the floor.
Can
It's
you
very bad.
quickly remind me
Yes.
how the extra? So if I have like,
Yeah.
if I have like, this is something I have a bunch of here, like the blue nightshade
Mm-hmm.
increases your stealth. Is it the amount of blue nightshade I put in affects the number of pluses?
Yes, it
Okay.
should.
Is it one per or is it?
Blue Nightshade, I don't know as well because I haven't used
Okay,
as
but
much stealth
I
stuff.
mean, whatever. One, like I don't have like rush rooms.
Yeah, rush rooms. If you have 5 of those, that'll give you a 2 boost. Because certain things
Okay, just
are
also just have it
useful
in-
or not.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
some
gotcha,
things
gotcha.
are more useful than
Gotcha,
others. So
cool.
Blue Nightshade, I don't know as
What
well.
about bright-eyed crabs?
That is going to give you, I think, a 2 boost of stamina, but only if you have 2 of them. Like if you had 5 of those, it would have been a 3 boost.
I do have
think.
5 of those.
All right, I would give you 5. 5 of those is
Just
going to give you a lot of good stamina.
Pure stamina. I shouldn't mix this with anything. I shouldn't put like a little.
You could do 4 with a rock salt, and that'll give you about the same thing.
Okay,
But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that-
yeah. They give you about the same thing.
but then I'll have another one of these to give on a separate dish.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand how this works.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So what about you, Danielle?
I've
What-
had a
is there
lot of
anything else
really-
that's like really consumed? You stay up late.
Donkey
that's damn
Kong
good.
Country.
Okay.
Played a lot of Donkey
Donkey
Kong
But, like, I
Country.
guess my question is like the thing that it sounds like they're describing is one of those things that's like
An
it
obsession you
stays
don't wanna
with you.
stop.
Right, not like you play through it really hard until you beat it. Like
Right.
I played through it for a week and it's done. And I crushed it
Yeah.
and it's gone. Like something that's like, oh yeah, it's week 72 here.
Yeah.
Still playing EVE Online.
I mean, I have that with Zelda right now.
Okay, that's
Like,
I
I
have that
definitely
with
have
Terraria too. Still,
Mm.
I still play all the time.
Very nice. Yeah, it's nice to have a game like that where you can keep
Mm-hmm.
coming back to it. I really appreciate that personally.
Also Minecraft.
Also, Minecraft. See, you got a good rap
I love
for it.
Minecraft.
That's-
You know,
Minecraft's
I,
neat.
I love Minecraft. I love Childish Gambino. So
You
Those
like
are the
good
two
things. You like really good things. That's very. It's making me happy. Fleet Lotus seeds are wonderful. 5 of those will give you a 3 spood on
On
speed.
speed.
Nice, nice, real good. But yeah, those kinds of things. I did probably. There was also like summer games for me, which I would stay up playing because it was
Right,
summer.
sure.
That was like Perfect Dark for me,
Yeah,
and a lot of
sure.
a lot of N64 games like Banjo Kazooie for sure. And
Oh, yeah.
Banjo Tooie, and also
Mm-hmm.
which Banjo Tooie wasn't a summer game, but lots of stuff like that. And also, of course, things like GoldenEye. I would play late into the night with friends, things
Right.
like that. So
Yeah, that's the other type for sure. It's like
Yeah.
multiplayer games.
just
that just like
really good time.
sleepover games.
Sleepover games.
Sleepover
Yeah.
games is a perfect way of putting it. I love that. All right, let's do another number. I need another number.
I'll give you a number. The number's gonna be 50.
Good number.
50. 50.
What was that?
If it's a serious question, I won't do an accent. But if it's a lighter question, I can do an
okay,
accent.
sure.
You know, I can do an accent question. I'm not gonna do an accent if people feel like it was making fun of something.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to
no,
do
no.
that. I don't want to do
Gotta
that.
be lighthearted.
Because, you know. Well, this one is. I'll take this one seriously. This one comes. This one comes from Jeffrey. So it's pretty obvious the new presidency bums a lot of people out. Do you think this is a result? As a result, people will seek more escapism with games, and will this lead to a rise in certain genres more suited for this? Best regards, Jeffrey.
It is really hard to know about like what the effects of something like that would be ahead of time.
True. Because larger games take a very long time to make.
Yeah.
So we won't necessarily see that until a couple of years down the line.
I guess the point that Jeffrey's
Yes.
trying to make is about popularity of games that are
Yeah.
already coming out. But like,
That's
do
a
I
very good
think?
point,
Like,
yeah.
so I mean, I did write about how this game hit me really well because I needed something that was incredibly positive
Yes.
this year. I wrote a few years ago, Fantasy Life was my favorite game of 2014.
Yeah, there we go.
Due to the events that were happening in the world that year, right? Like, I've definitely been in that situation, for sure, for me personally. But it's always hard to then, like, ascribe that more broadly about the world.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to, like, it's hard to have that data even. Like, okay, well, why did somebody like this game? Like, okay, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is huge right now. How much of that is due to people feeling some way about Trump and the world? Like, who knows?
It's a little hard to
It's a
quantify.
really hard thing to quantify that. Even with qualitative research data, it can be hard because people will say a thing
Yeah.
that does not always even map to why they're
Their
really
behavior.
doing a thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons that it's tough to do that sort of research.
Yeah, I guess I would answer that one personally as well because
Right.
of what you're saying. But I've certainly been I've had a better time with games also, and that's also partially because of things have come out that just are much
Right.
more in my
Right.
wheelhouse. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and
yeah.
Prey have been like 2 games that I've fallen in love with and haven't fallen in love with a game that hard in years because, things like that again, I can't even ascribe to the movements of the world, but
Right.
maybe that's something to do with it. Nobody lives in a vacuum, so
Sure.
yeah. Thank you for your question. I would like a number, please.
I'll give you a number. The number's gonna be 21.
21?
That's how old I am.
No, you're not.
Is that right?
That's a lie.
Are you 21?
I'm 21.
Sure.
I just got to buy my first beer yesterday.
None of this is true.
No, it's not because I don't like beer. All right.
What did you buy? Here's a question from me to Danica. What drink was your first legally purchased drink?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Mine was
legal?
a Sex on the
Legally?
Beach.
Oh, like at a bar?
Yes, at a bar.
A white gummy bear.
All right. What's in a white gummy bear?
I don't fucking know. But like I was dating a guy who lived in Las Vegas and went to a bar with him and he ordered it and then
You could drink it there.
Yeah, and then
Legally, yeah.
and then I ordered it when I came back, and I think only like one bar had it.
It was a special.
Yeah, or it was one of those lemon. What are those lemon?
Like a lemon drop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
those are real
delicious.
good. And then
Those are very yummy.
Sunkissed were real big when I was 21.
Real big,
Drop a shot in, chug a bunch of orange shit, and then
yeah.
I mean, I am 21, so that's what that just happened.
You're like, so 3 weeks ago when I turned 21, this happened. How about you, Austin?
My first.
Do you
legal
remember your
drink?
the
No.
first
what
time
was
you
your
bought a
first
drink?
legal drink? What was your first drink that you ever
Probably
had?
a beer, right? Like, my first drink was definitely a beer.
A beer.
It was like a beer at a shitty party
Somebody
in an
gave you a
abandoned
beer.
apartment in
Yeah.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Mine
It
was
on the
Southern
second
Comfort.
floor. There was a
Same
dude who had.
situation.
I have like very clear memories of like the first time I went out drinking. I mean, the first drink I had was probably like a screwdriver an aunt gave me when I was 12.
There
you know
you
what I
go.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's-
Your cool aunt was like, here you go.
Shut up! Just take this drink.
Shut up.
Right? Like.
Delicious.
Yeah, but I don't remember like what my first. It was probably like my dad bought me a beer on my birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's probably what
That's nice.
that was.
What was yours?
That's nice. It was a Sex on the Beach.
What was
I
the
had
condition?
it at a gay bar in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And I went out at, 21, and the bartender said, happy birthday.
Nice.
And I drank my fruity drink. I did not get drunk that night because I don't like to get drunk.
I do, and it's been a long time. Maybe
Are
one
snails
day.
food or are they critters? They're critters, right?
No, they're food, actually.
Really?
They're counted as seafood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. Those are good. Although the blue ones are great because they're hardy blue shell
Right.
snails. They're
Yeah.
delicious. I mean, I don't know. I don't eat seafood. Anyway, all right. And
Number
give-
21.
Give me a number. Oh, yeah. 21's from Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
All right. Hey, this is an odd question. I feel like it is one you would have good insights into. How do you feel about the monetization of game information? By that I mean things like walkthroughs and wikis online monetized by the use of ads. Personally, I am conflicted on it. On one hand, with my life being deeply rooted in programming, I feel all non-editorialized information should be free, especially when it is being contributed to by numerous individuals. On the other, I also like, and I understand that sites like Wikia and Cures/Gamepedia are looking to make profit, and it's because of their effort that some games even have wikis to begin with. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this, Jesse.
Oh, wait. To be
What's the-
clear, those websites are not like producing that information. That's fans who are
Right.
making that information. That's not like they have a strategy guide writer on Zelda.wikia or like the Dark Souls ones that are like
Right.
breaking down strategies. The people who run those websites run the website side of those things. They're not out here like.
They're not doing the stuff.
No, sometimes they
making
might be. I don't actually know about the Dark Souls ones. It's like a tight enough fan community that I can imagine that the people who run it are also contributing. But like Wikia is set up for fans to be able to go and be like, oh, I really love Naruto. Check it out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Boom.
Hold on. Stop.
Stop the press.
Naruto. Naruto.
Naruto.
That's I'm in my anime fan character. Wow.
Naruto.
What is this?
Naruto. That's my song.
Okay.
We are fighting dreamers. All right. So what's the answer?
Naruto.
What was the question? The answer is like, I'm always going to side with whoever is like.
Seize the means of production.
Yeah, like I'm always gonna be like pay people for their work. It's complicated because like you also want to give people recognize that there is autonomy and people who want to be able to say like, no, I really love this. This is a hobby of mine. I write FAQs for Game Facts,
Yeah.
like out of the joy in my heart to do this.
Yeah.
Also, the way that Game Facts stays in business is all of the labor that people have done on that website, for like all of the fan labor, the volunteer labor that people have done on that website for ages has like driven traffic to that site so that they can sell display ads. Like, it's such a complicated thing because it is a thing that has resulted in lots of cool shit and also is just caught up with such like a weird culture of not paying people for their work that it can be hard for me to get down with it.
Yeah.
That's all.
I just want to point out that Breezy Games in chat says my 21st was 3 days ago. I threw up twice.
Nice.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Doing it.
I feel you as being another 21-year-old. All right, so next number.
Give me a number.
Let's go
I'm
with
gonna get my horse, so I'm gonna go to Rito Town.
35.
Burrito Town. 35.
Burrito Town.
Burrito Town.
I wish it was Burrito Town.
Burrito Town. Bum, 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 bum.
We've
Everett.
lost it. Okay.
It was a scroll music. Sometimes you gotta get a little scroll music. All right, are you ready?
Always.
Everett writes, I have a very simple question for Patrick and Austin. Context. I love the crew at Giant Bomb. And through the site, I have discovered you two, and that love... By the way, these are like loves, all caps with asterisks.
Okay.
And that love was seamlessly transferred, and I feel it will continue to be transferred to Danielle and Danica et al.
Aw.
That's very nice. My question is,
nice.
how difficult was it for you two to set out on a new stratosphere without the Giant Bomb safety net built by Jeff and Ryan? In other words, I'm asking for personal stories of what it was like to venture off into the unknown. Obviously, Patrick will have different perspectives since he had to stop at Kotaku between the two.
He did. He's running
The
a year
same
ago.
sort of question applies. Again, thank you for your writing. Happy holidays, Everett. There's a
Happy
PS.
holidays.
There's a PS.
Holidays.
Oh shit, I went too far. We're at 35. I'm sorry. There's a PS. I know it's hard. I've left you all hanging, and that was just to get
That's the point
dramatic
of the
effect.
PS.
PS. I hope I'm not short charging Danielle and Danica. I hope both understand it's only due to the specifics of my question. Their voices on Waypoint Radio are a welcome addition to the current gaming podcast world, especially since the loss of Gita Jackson on match 3, which I loved but understand had to be retired.
Gita's all right. Like, we might go get drinks. Like Gita's. Oh, she didn't die when she left that podcast.
He's doing okay.
Yeah.
She's doing all
She's
right.
doing great at Kotaku. It's like a complex question because, like, on one hand, I would never want to undermine or undervalue or understate the value of my time spent at Giant Bomb. Like, what those guys offered was incredible, and like gave me an incredible amount of guidance and confidence, and helped bring me up to a different level of in terms of like my thoughtfulness and my comedy and like my willingness to try new things and introduced me to a bunch of new people, right? But also in 2010, I left New York to go to California where I didn't know anybody to do an MA. And then a year after that, after finishing that, I went to Canada where I didn't know anybody to do a PhD. And like, I did a lot of other things in my life, right? Like that jump from those things to Giant Bomb was huge because it was going in front of a huge audience. But then that jump from there to here, like it's in line with the sorts of other leaps I've taken in my life. So like, it was a big deal, and it was it was like a very hard decision to make, and it was, mostly that was for personal reasons. It was mostly like, I love those guys. I love making things with those guys. I, will always be friends with them for the rest of my life. But it wasn't a situation where it was like, this is it, I'm leaving the nest. The nest was South Jersey, where my family is. The nest was the safety of academia before going to Giant Bomb.
Yeah.
The nest was like the vision of my life that I had in my head 4 years ago. So going from there to here was like a shift. It wasn't like a revolution. And so like, I think that's to me like the easiest way I can say it. The way that both accounts for the benefits that they offered while also, or like the presence that they had in my life for that year, while also being clear, like that was a year of my life. There had been 30 other years,
Yes.
So,
True.
Which is a complex thing. I'm
Yeah.
curious about you two though. Like, Danica, you were at Crunchyroll for years building something. building something that like grew a lot in your presence. What was that shift for you? Not only just coming here, but also leaving the West Coast and going to New York, and like that to me feels like a really big move.
Yeah, it was a big move, but like being in San Francisco, it was really hard for me to like spend time with friends because work was such a big part of my life that I just didn't have time at all for my friends. And so moving to New York was where I have the same amount, if not more, friends who I don't see because
work.
because work is was not that big of a move. I had traveled here a bunch of times previously for vacations. I really loved Brooklyn. I knew that I loved the music scene out here. I knew I wanted to be out here, so coming out here was not that difficult. I think moving from working in anime to working in video games has been a weird transition. Not a tough one, because as someone who's been playing video games as long as I've been watching anime, like the knowledge was there. That didn't matter. But it's been a weird transition going from having a lot of followers who were from like 13 years old to 18 years old to now having an older
I would
age
recommend.
group.
I have to get rid of it. I have to get rid of it. Fuck.
Yep.
That blows.
And your shield. No, not your shield too?
It should be my shield. My shield's all rusty.
Okay.
But maybe not. Huh.
Yeah, I guess not. Sorry.
Well, anyway, no,
Someone to die
that's
right
basically
Yeah.
basically it hasn't been anything, you know, too overwhelming as far as like the change goes. And like Austin said, like I was at Crunchyroll for a really long time, but even that job, like I was in no way defined by working there.
I think that's the other thing is like from the outside looking in, it can, and I'm again like, it's hard because I don't want to underplay the effect Giant Bomb had on me or the closeness to which I have with them, but like now it's suddenly.
Watch out! Watch out!
Yeah, I know. I have to drop it. No, shields I'm allowed to change.
Shields are allowed to change.
Also,
You're gonna have to just unequip. Yeah.
But like the other thing is like there can be a certain image which is like, oh, I see so much of you together with this crew.
Right.
Excuse me. That y'all must live together. Do you know what I mean? Like there's like, but like there's a lot of time.
That's what people see.
Yes, exactly.
That's all people see, and that's why
Yeah.
a lot of the questions that I used to get working at Crunchyroll were like, is it even possible to get a job at a place like this? Because people look at these places as places in the sky that, you know, they have and never will have opportunities to work there, which is absolutely not the case. Like I got my job at Crunchyroll working in finance. I started there in finance, you know, and
before you did any social media, community building, brand management stuff.
But people are seeing us from the outside looking in. They don't, you know, that's one of the only things they see.
Well, it's partially though. It's like because it's the business model, right? Like Giant Bomb, Waypoint, like Crunchyroll, even now, like so much of the appeal is the community around it, the personalities of the faces of those websites. Like it is easy to understand why it is that people associate us so strongly with those companies, and associate our lives with those companies, because in a very real way that association is produced as part of what the appeal of the sites, you know, has been. What is the deal? Oh, these fucking guys.
I think you should stay away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with them. I really.
I know, but you can't use the map anyway, so.
No, but I could. All right, I can't. You're right. I can't use the map anyway.
You know.
Can I fast travel to places that I find in the black region of the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Danielle? Because you've been to a bunch of different places over the last few years, and including like ZAM, where you joined a team that was very young, and like we're building that, and like built out the whole review section of that site.
Yeah, and the video team.
And the video team, right? Both. Hi, horses.
Well, nothing was as dramatic as when I left the ACLU to write about
that's
video
a
games full time.
huge change. Talk to me about that.
That nobody understands, and everybody, which I don't either. So
what do people not understand about it?
Well, just it's sort of like that is not a transition that gets made often.
Right.
Being it's sort of having a career at a large, well-known nonprofit into going into, you know, entertainment journalism.
Right.
It's just not a common thing. So that was like the biggest change for sure. That was the most dramatic, and that was definitely you know,
Mark-
this is a much more stable field than the one I'm going into. So I sure better make sure I keep having a second job and also my
Right.
other skills that I
Right.
have and things like that.
I don't
which-
put pins down right. Fuck.
You know, also helps with things like student loans. So I have a second job and I have a regular
And you
volunteer gig
also
that has
teach.
like,
Right.
yeah. So my second job is teaching.
Right. That's
So
kind of an EMT. So right, and also right, you volunteer as an EMT.
yes, exactly.
Jeez.
A lot of shit going on. You know, it's pretty good. I like having a lot of shit going on. You're near the King of the Mountain.
No, this is not that. This looks like
It's a
that.
different
The
place.
King of the
Okay.
Mountain.
Lord of the Mountain. Those are really good hardy radishes.
Yeah. I'll have
Oh
to
yeah,
get
you
those.
should probably get some of those. They're very
Wait,
good.
where?
All the
Right
little
here?
pink things kind of
Gotcha.
sticking up. Those are good. Real good. Very healthy.
Oh, it's a blood moon. Fuck.
Oh, you got a blood moon coming
God
up.
damn it.
The blood moon is rising. Anyway, yeah.
so. I think I just heard that.
That's my favorite event in Terraria.
Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
The only thing I would say is that I spent my whole life being told you have to kind of focus on one thing, and people are full of shit.
It's
Don't
that's
just don't
absolute
li-
bullshit.
you know
It's
what? Just
absolute
don't
bullshit.
listen to like to people who are angry at life and
Don't
you know,
listen to your parents.
like. My parents are wonderful and supported me. I'm just saying,
Yes.
like, this is the sort of shit I would hear from teachers all the time.
Right,
It was like, no,
right.
you really got to focus. You can't do 6 things. And I had 2 majors and a minor, and of course I did all this other stuff. Like, you can. It's tiring. But you can
Yeah.
do more than one thing with your life. Don't feel so completely constrained. It's not
Yes.
easy necessarily.
Right.
No, you might need to go back to school for certain things or whatever. But like, man, don't let people poop on your dreams.
Yeah, and also I said this on an episode of Waypoint Radio, but like being my age or being whatever age and not 100% knowing even still what you want to do is not
okay.
the end of
Totally.
the world. It's,
It's
totally
okay.
fine. Like
I have
and
no idea where I'll be in 10
Right,
years at
yeah,
all.
right.
15 years, like who knows? Like
Nobody knows.
No one knows. Especially with the changing face of media. Especially with like there's so much that's up in the air
Yes.
in the world that's like I know what I'm committed to doing now. I know what I'm committed to doing in the near future. But like it's really hard to make any further like direction, especially given what we're doing. You know.
Yes.
That said, I would advocate also though for the other side of this, which is
Boat race.
yeah, we have
yes,
this foot race.
everyone's favorite devil's advocate.
Well, no,
Austin
no.
Walker.
That's me, the devil's advocate.
I think you should be
which is-
responsible
well,
with
no,
your
it's not even
decisions,
that. Which
but,
is that
you know.
if you're the other way, which is I actually
really
want
know.
to do this one thing.
Then, oh,
like,
hell yeah.
Then double down
Hell
on it.
fucking
And
yeah.
and there
Go
are
for it.
situations where people will tell you that you do need to diversify and that you better have a backup plan and that you better and like I'm not saying to completely disregard those either, but like some things do take just a ton of work
Right. Yeah.
that will like I'm not in medical school, but if I was in medical school,
You need to focus on medical
you need to
school.
focus on
Yes.
medical school. So like I think being aware of like what the thing is that you really want to do. Fuck, calm down. It's okay,
Oh,
buddy.
no, that horse
It's really about
That
what you
horse
want.
does not agree with you.
Or these keys. Let's
Oh
go.
my
Let's
God.
go down this. Let's go
That
down
horse
this
is
hill,
like,
buddy.
all I wanted to do, Link,
Fucking-
was run.
I was running.
All I wanted to do, and then you put me in a
Jump.
rock.
Oh, fucking. This is
Oh,
bad.
Lord.
This is just a bad place to be.
Oh, horsies. Horsey friend.
He needed a damn apple. You need to give him a damn apple.
Poor horsey
Give
friend.
him some food.
Oh, this
Get
horse
down the
really
hill,
wanted to go down
please.
one path,
How do you make him chill?
trying to make
Oh,
him
there's a dragon.
diversify.
Oh shit, there's a dragon.
It's a good thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back
dragons
this
are
way. I'm
really
gonna go grab
good.
that dragon.
You can get that dragon. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, it's all about what you want.
it is. I mean, you do need like. I wish we didn't. We do live in a capitalist society. You do need to make rent and
Fell off
things
the
like health
goddamn
insurance.
horse.
Try not to not have health insurance. That would be my advice in life.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I think the best advice in life is like to try to take care of yourself and people around you. Be good to other people. And within those
Or be
constraints,
good at it.
within those
Be
constraints,
good or be good at it.
be good at it. Yeah, within those constraints, go after your dreams. Like, know that you're gonna have to pay rent.
Yeah.
Know that you're gonna have to be good to other people if you want to be a not shitty human being.
Yep.
And that's it. And do your best.
And even if you don't have dreams right now, it's not a big deal.
And that's
You
okay.
know, like,
Right.
Exactly.
Even if you never have dreams, it's not a fucking big deal.
you know what? Dreams aren't necessary.
Whoa,
Oh
I
my
got
God, you
fucked
took
up, huh?
a lot there.
I
might-
got
you
shot
might-
by a
You
thing.
might eat a thing.
I'm gonna eat a thing.
Yeah.
I'm pausing and
All
eating
right.
a thing. I'm allowed to do
I
that,
get
right? I haven't
nervous. I
lost
get
that
nervous.
ability.
Damn, I voted for the modifier where you couldn't eat in
Yeah,
combat.
in combat, that would have
Oh,
sucked a
oh
lot,
boy.
actually.
Oh.
Thank you for trying to get me killed, I guess.
Yeah, some people just want to keep existing. Good. I want you to.
Honestly,
too.
I'm trying to also keep
I
existing.
want
Yeah,
you to
true.
too. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that is the best you can ever hope for, and that's You do you. That's what I say.
Oh, I got a bow. Thank Christ.
On that note, you want another number? Give me a little
Yes.
number here.
I went to type in GMA to bring up my Gmail, and I typed in HMA, and it brought up hide my ass. HMA Pro VPN gives you total privacy while you're online. Hide my ass. Anyway,
Hide my ass.
this number is going to be number 68.
Oh, fuck off. All y'all.
Number
I have
68.
to change weapons again.
Number 68. Number 68. Number 68.
Number 68.
68. 60. Oh my god, we don't even have 68 anymore. We only have 62.
Oh, holy shit. Really? We're
We're
burning through 'em.
moving.
Damn, I'm so. But how we do 69?
Well,
We've answered that many more questions.
we
Since
we
the
did. We
Danica.
went through the bucket.
Let's
Bucket. Let's get another bucket.
Let's do 62.
Let's do 62.
Bucket.
Hello, Vice Roonies.
Did you write us a letter?
No,
Hey.
this comes from Adnan. Adnan?
Adnan?
Adnan? Adnan. Hello, Vice
Oh, I missed that
Roonies.
spot.
Seeing Overwatch winning a lot of awards over the last few years is an encouraging sign for gaming in more than one way. However, I would like to ask if you guys think we're making enough strides forward as an accepting culture that knowing a character as being LGBT would not need to be treated as a separate news article, that it becomes something as accepted as humans needing oxygen to breathe.
I'm asleep. I'm
almost
really
done.
asleep on this question.
Almost done.
Wow.
Almost done. Gotta keep
Brutal.
going. I gotta keep going. If not, what steps do you think can be taken by both developers and gamers alike to remedy this? Full disclosure, I'm a straight brown male, although in my last parking ticket, the officer wrote me down as Caucasian white male, a fact that my wife still chuckles about every now and then.
I always,
Shout out
fi- I,
to that
always,
dude's wife.
I always find it interesting when people have to tell us who they are, like in
I
their
mean,
questions.
You know,
Like I think
we're not there yet.
I think the fact that my tweet that just said "Happy Holidays, Tracer is gay"
Yes.
was one of our most interacted with tweets ever is a sign that this stuff should absolutely be news.
Still means a lot to a lot of people.
Right.
A lot of people.
Right.
And I'm always personally down for decent representation, even if it's something that is in the sort of extra materials. It's not a narrative game, it's a shooter. It made me happy to
Yeah.
hear that. I got
Yeah.
excited about it.
So if there is, I just want to briefly give this question
Yes.
a slightly more generous read, which is...
yeah, no, I don't think
No,
Adnan's being
I was going to make
shitty.
sure that it's...
Yeah.
No. The generous read that I want to make sure... My read on that was that Adnan was saying that's a thing that should have been announced to begin with, not a thing that was brought in later as like a special update about Tracer.
Sure.
Remember at the beginning,
Yes.
some people asked, are there going to
Yeah,
be queer
yeah,
characters
yeah.
in this game? And the answer is like, you'll have to find out. Like, yep, there's more
Keep
than one.
watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
That, I think, that's the way I read that question.
yeah.
It's like,
Okay. I'm
instead of
not
something-
asleep. I'm
Yes.
awake.
Okay.
And I will give this,
You're
this
awake.
person more credit.
Yes.
All right.
Because
I mean, I don't know
can
what's
see
in
that-
Adnan's heart. Like,
I don't know
I
what's
listen
in
to
what's in their heart.
I can't read that yet.
I see a point there.
Right.
But also, like, the way that Overwatch, the comics at least, have been from the get-go is, like, they're announcing new stuff in those comics, like, you know,
yeah.
like, throughout. And for me, I think it's interesting learning stuff about characters. Like, later on, it's kind of like watching an episodic series, you know? I'm learning new things, and it's a nice surprise and whatever else. I didn't personally need to know that Tracer was gay from the beginning. I just didn't. Like, it wouldn't have changed the fact that I still don't play as Tracer, and, like, her being gay didn't change that anyway. But
Yeah.
for me, I don't know.
I also just thought the way it was done was actually kind of cute.
I thought it was cute,
It was like a
too.
holiday thing. It was sweet. It wasn't like,
Get your girlfriend
who's
a
she
damn
banging now? It
Get
was
your
like, no,
girlfriend
it's
a damn
sweet.
Christmas
Yeah, it was
gift.
domestic and cute, and like it wasn't like the way, especially queer women have often been represented in a lot of games as like, oh, this hot piece of ass likes other hot pieces of ass.
Right.
Instead,
Right.
it's like, this is sweet. She has a nice
It's like that. It's like that
relationship.
T-Pain song, "My Girl Got a Girlfriend."
You know.
I think it's wholesome. Get your
Yes.
girlfriend a fucking sweater for Christmas.
I got you.
If there's
That's
one thing
right.
we can learn from this, it's get your girlfriend a fucking sweater for Christmas.
Yes. So personally, and I can only speak for myself on that,
Sure.
but that's how I felt. And it sounds like you had similar feelings on that.
Yeah.
So you know,
It would
Yeah.
roll, and it didn't roll.
All
Let's
right.
knock this
I need
thing
another
off.
number between 1 and 61 now. Down to 61. I'm very
Bomb out of
happy.
this?
I just need a little number. Do a little
Oh,
number.
what I can do
Oh
is.
God, I've become straight after that.
Jeez. Wow.
There's so much to think
Oh
about
my
because
God.
I'm thinking about the trauma I experienced just from the notifications from that tweet because you can't mute Twitter threads on
Yeah.
TweetDeck.
can't.
And like the notifications I was getting from that tweet for like weeks, it was so overwhelming. It was so
understand.
overwhelming. Number 18.
And number 18, that's my age.
Okay.
What's my age
Congratulations, you're legal. You can go buy a pack of smokes.
again? You're legal. I wish it was my age.
You can go
All
buy
right.
yourself a lottery ticket.
It is okay to be 33.
Oh, I was so much faster as a runner when I was 18. Oh my God, this is from a celebrity. This is from Janina Gavankar.
Oh, hey.
Janina wrote into us.
The star of the upcoming
Star Wars
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Star of the show here. All right.
What's good?
And Janina writes, Janina here, loving the new show. Congratulations on the launch.
Thank
Sad
you.
we have to have this conversation, but 2016 has been a year of progress in terms of diversity in games. She cites Mafia 3, Watch Dogs 2, and Virginia.
Yo, and she was already like in recording for her. Okay.
She's already
She
doing
took a break from recording
You know,
Battlefront
like,
2.
yeah,
and
it's
was
a
like,
big deal
I got
for-
a question.
She's
I
like,
got a
I
hey.
question.
see you.
She's like, hey, I got to talk about this. What do you think, who do you think is doing the best work in this area, and what year do you think we'll be able to stop having to push for the world to be represented the way it actually looks? Janina.
I don't think we'll ever be. I think it is our duty not to fucking rest on our laurels. I don't think there will be a year in which we need to stop caring about representation. There will always be those who are marginalized, who are also a member of the population. Like, I don't think we're gonna get to some glorious day where everyone is represented fairly and equitably in art and culture.
Yeah.
Instead, what I think is, and I've said this a bunch, is like we need to develop a process and a practice of awareness, of constantly learning and listening, of observing and trying to figure out what about the media we produce does not reflect reality. What things here are not, or like not that everything has to be like real, but like
right,
what perspective is being left out here.
Yes.
That said, like I think we can also answer that second question, which is like who is doing a good job here, and I'm curious what you two think. Who is doing this job best, or something vaguely similar to that anyway.
Well, I can only speak about like queer lady representation, since that's the thing that I can talk about. Sure thought Prey did a good job. I know I'm banging on that drum a lot, but that was a game where it was like a big budget game that actually had like well-written queer characters that again weren't hot piece of ass is getting with hot piece of ass. It was like a real relationship with ups and downs and cute things and funny things, and it was really, really sweet. So yes, and of course, yeah, I'll just say Gone Home because I think they did a good job, and I think shut up about it after that. But yes.
Right. Gone Home did a great job.
I thought it did a good job.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know what everybody talks about. They did a good job. All right.
I'm excited for the upcoming Life is Strange prequel to see
I'm
how
very
they
curious
tackle
about
that.
that.
Yes.
I don't really know. There's still nowhere near enough games that have queer
I
characters.
agree.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's hard for me to answer that, and God, especially in AAA, is like no.
Yeah, it's
No,
like, like, oh, here's a
happening.
queer independent creator who has handled
Right.
this. Same thing with characters of color. It's hard to figure out like, oh, this studio has consistently done this well. Especially because it's often the case that the same studios that do it well will also do it poorly, right?
Yeah.
That like,
Yeah.
I think that like Franklin is a pretty decent black character in GTA 5. That does not mean that I think the racial representation of GTA 5 is like good.
Right,
And that's the dilemma of a lot of this stuff.
I get excited anytime I see like a game getting an update where there's a new option in the gender selection that's not just the usual
Non-binary or
Right.
genderqueer or
Right.
something else. Yeah.
like the Bugs and Kisses demo thing that I played was really cool because it wasn't like hey, here, choose your gender. It was like, hey, choose the outfit that you feel like wearing
Right,
today,
right.
and never went into that. And so
There was actually a really, and this is a complex answer because I don't think I would go all the way to they're doing a good job, because I think representation is a really broad
Yeah.
thing that,
Yeah.
that is not just like, oh, now there's a skin selector in this game. But there was a really interesting thread on GAF a couple of weeks ago that was looking at recently published Nintendo games as from series that traditionally would not have given you color selection that now do. That was really interesting. I was like, oh, Nintendo's actually maybe been listening to Western fans who take this seriously. What'd you get caught on, bud?
Tree.
Okay, well,
But
fair.
also watch out because we got some guardians.
I see
around
him.
here. All right.
I see him.
And
time to
Captain
move.
Morton in the chat, I want to read this. BioWare managed to do a really good job with trans representation in Dragon Age, then absolutely bollock it up in Andromeda.
Right.
So that seems like an example of like,
Yep.
hey, there was some good and some
Which
not
speaks
good.
to like, oh, this is a team in a very broad sense, right?
Yeah.
Like that's it's a studio that has a bunch of people,
Right.
working there across different teams, across different projects. And also, like, I actually think, it is in a real way not my place to talk about the representation in Inquisition.
Yeah,
But
same.
I've seen trans folk issuing the critique that there was still a drop ball because that was a role that should have been played by a
trans
trans man,
actor.
and like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just like, yep, okay, yeah, that adds up.
Fair.
Like,
yeah.
which hits on why I talk about this being like a difficult topic too, which is representation in terms of what the character identity is half of a question, and the other half is who is making games, who is
Right.
being,
Yes.
like
Right.
what's the representation look like on the other side? How do we improve that? Because it is partially hiring practices, but it's also education, it's also resources, it's everything from like, it's a wider cultural issue that needs to be addressed to help get people into the place where they can break into those roles, I
Absolutely.
just want to get to the Rito place. That's all I want to do.
May I have another number?
Let's do question number 2.
Question number 2.
Let's
We're
do it.
going right to number 2.
Because that's it. I'm only 2 years old, so I choose whatever question number 2 because I can't pass 2 because I'm only 2 years old.
I hate this.
All right.
I hate it.
This is from Don in
I
Portland.
hate this. Hi, Don.
Uh,
Apologies.
Don has a good long question for us here.
Okay.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don in Portland, Oregon. All right.
Well, what's this sound? What is
Whoa,
happening?
That's a long question.
Oh, fuck, it's a talus.
You got to
okay.
tell us. You can.
I can probably
don't.
kill this talus.
Okay.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eat one of those
That's
things
a
that gives
big,
me
big
extra.
buddy. That's a big
Who's
rock
that
right
big
there.
man?
I haven't seen you fight a big enemy yet.
Do you have a bow at this point?
Yeah, I got
Oh
a
wait, the
bow.
last big enemy I saw you fight killed you.
was
Yeah,
life
I got
number
mad,
two.
but I got 3 fairies. I got Mifa's Grace.
Okay.
We about to get rich.
All right. Let's get rich. Get rich
but
quick.
I'm also gonna eat a thing that gives me extra, like hearts.
Yes, that's a very
Mm.
good thing. You can do extra hearts and defense,
And defense.
or
I only have like
or
one
offense.
defense thing. I'm gonna wait until I.
if you want to press Y, it'll get the or whatever button it is on here. It'll show you. You got plenty of offense, which might help. as
Yeah, I'm
well.
actually gonna do offense.
There you go.
Especially if it was like a 3. Let's
Yeah,
just go all in on this.
Yeah.
All right.
You're doing great. You're doing a great job. I'm really proud of you.
Should I just regular?
How do you kill
arrow?
these guys?
You want to use bomb
wanna
arrows
use
if
bomb
possible.
arrows, right?
Shock
Oh,
arrows will
oh.
do something, I think, as well. But
Yeah, but I got
bombs are-
9 bomb arrows.
Yeah,
That
9
was a
bombs.
miss though. Oh no, it actually
No,
hit.
it hit.
Fall,
All right,
fall,
there
fall.
we go. There we
it
go.
is.
And then
Ah,
let's,
fuck! I can't.
you gotta
I
climb
can
that.
climb up.
Oh,
I
boy.
missed. I
Oh,
missed.
boy.
I missed.
Oh,
It's
boy.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Wolf.
Oh yeah, thanks, bud.
Oh, he's showing you his butt. That's what they
Uh-huh.
do. All right, I'm going to read this long question
Come on,
from
come on,
Don
come on,
in
come on,
Portland.
come on, come on, jump!
Just get whale on it.
I don't have a weapon. One
oh,
second.
Lord. Okay.
All right, I have to pick smartly here because I can't use. There's so many things I can't use anymore
true,
in this way.
True.
And you can't.
Edge of duality, you're able to use.
I should save that for a boss
Yeah,
fight or something,
true.
right?
So wait, what's the weapons?
So I have to.
thing?
I can't hit with Guardian Spear. I have to throw Guardian Spear.
And what's the discard weapon? What's the rule? What's the modifier for? Oh no, that's
On a Blood Moon, I have
Okay,
to get
okay.
rid of things. Yeah.
Oh wait, photo.
I haven't killed it yet. I'm allowed to fight it. Without
allowed
taking
to
a
fight
photo.
it.
Also, there are stone taluses in my fucking.
you
compendium.
fought them before.
I've killed.
No,
I've
they've
killed
killed
them.
He's
Yeah.
killed.
Okay.
I'll double check, but it's
He's
the
killed.
rule is kill. It's not attack.
Yes.
I'm gonna start with this Boku
Yeah,
I
Cloud.
that's a
thought the
good one.
rule said fight and.
Nope, 100% not.
Oh, Lord.
I
Okay.
promise. I'll
Okay.
also double check, but but I'm 100% sure. Oh, you're told. Oh,
Whoa,
because
it's a rare one. Oh.
Good call. You could check the rule, but it's definitely kill. I'm not allowed to kill them.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're correct. All right,
All right,
Don
good
in
call.
Portland says,
There we
after
go.
TwitchCon and seeing the growth, let me pondering some questions and thoughts. Please note that I'm a 45-year-old gamer.
Hey, Don.
First system was an Odyssey that has watched the gaming culture change dramatically, both good and bad, so maybe it's just me that does not get it. I still watch Twitch plenty since it was just on TV, but much of the time it's with the chat turned off and the volume down. One, there's an itemized list here. Number one, the use of handles instead of names, even outside of a stream. This is also seen in pro gaming and seems to be successful, but this handle concept hurt the growth of gaming/streaming in the long run, or at least moving outside of its current market? Number two,
Do we want to answer the questions one at a time?
we can
Yes,
we can do that.
let's
Because they're
that.
long
All right,
questions.
all right. Number one.
Do handles hurt?
In the long term.
I don't
yes
think.
and no.
I
like,
don't think so.
Whoa! That was cool. That was really cool. This game is good as hell.
It's a real good
I'm just gonna
game.
throw this Guardian Sphere right now. Why not?
Throw it right at this damn thing. Oh!
Yo,
Whoa.
fuck off, homie. Guardian swords do extra damage to Guardians?
Yes, they do.
All right, I'm gonna say
yes,
that
they
then.
do.
I'm gonna do Sniper also.
Oh, nice broadsword. You get that. Ooh.
All right.
All
That
right,
was
you're
a
doing
sick
good.
jump.
You're doing good. You're doing great. You can do it, Rocky. You can do it, Rock.
It's
Yeah.
not even a problem at all, though.
You killed him. That
Beautiful
was
work.
so
Looks good.
easy.
Look at that rare talus
How do I-
blowing up.
Yo, what's good? Oh, my album's full. I'm gonna delete some shit real
Oh,
quick.
that was still a good pose.
Yeah, that was a good pose. All right.
All right. So what if Austin's name right here was Stone Talus Killa 696969?
In that
how would we
case,
feel about this?
it has to be like if it's a handle that you have had for a
Keep
long
that nice
time and
picture
you're
of those
going to
fish.
have for a long time, and this is the same with like musicians,
I'm just gonna delete all these.
then I think it's fine.
Part of your brand.
I don't think it's harmful, but I think if it's like XX Naruto Lover 69XX,
Naruto.
Naruto.
There it is. Look at
So
that. Look at
how
that.
a
That's-
your username was like has Naruto in it, and then your real name is Austin or Boss, Asta Boss. Then
Uh-huh.
maybe you shouldn't have your handle be used all the time because people will forget that your name is Asta Boss, and they might think that your actual name is Naruto.
My actual name is Naruto. Get it right.
And you're also right near a. I think there's a Korok in there somewhere, maybe. No.
Probably.
All right. I will admit, this also really annoyed me for a long time until
Yeah.
I understood that, like I just sort of got into watching speedruns, for example, and the runners, normally, not everybody, there's some people who don't, but normally they go by their Twitch names. Like their handles, and at first I didn't understand it, and then I was like, well, this is like honestly like marketing for their streams, like this is
Right.
their livelihood for a lot of these
and
people.
their social media if
And
their
their
social
social
media is
Right.
the same
media.
name.
I think it will.
It's how to get at them. Like this
Right.
actually has a very legitimate business use for a lot of these people, and it's like, oh, I get that. Okay, that
There's
makes sense.
different
to me.
types of growth is the thing to think
Yeah.
about, right? Which is
Yeah.
like independent growth inside of this already established community. Yes, it will help you. Like of course, like yes,
Yeah.
that's where it will totally help you.
Yeah.
But like that second tier question is like when someone turns on E ESPN2
Right.
and they see that someone
They see Butt Muffin 33.
is that what did they compete at Evo this year or
No, I'm
Okay, well.
just making.
there
Some of
might
them are a
be-
little silly.
right
perhaps.
exactly which is something I'm totally fine with. And
Yes.
I ran that guy over. All right,
Well,
he's-
your horse
No,
is
horse is-
ass whacking
no,
this guy.
get fucked.
This horse knows what. But he's still going.
ass whacking.
Yep.
I
Nice
will
shield.
tell you my previous handle, my
Yes.
previous like
I'm gonna
alias
just
or
show
whatever
that that
Butt
was-
Muffin 33.
is not,
Uh-huh.
but it's what I went by everywhere. It's
Gotcha.
what I went by on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like everywhere. And
I'm just
the
confirming
moment
that I
I
had this. Right.
letting go of that handle, I think people kind of forgot who I was for
Oh,
a
sure.
second, like because I
Yeah.
changed from that handle to my real name, and people
Right
were
there.
people were like, who's Danica? Because they like called me my handle.
What
with
was
my
your
own
handle? What was it?
It was not good.
Secret.
That's what it
It's
was.
a secret.
I'll tell you what it was not.
Not good,
Not
but-
good.
Uh
It was Darling Danny Chan.
huh.
That's really good.
It was my cosplay name,
That's really good.
and everybody called me Danny Chan. Everybody called, and also I worked at Crunchyroll, so it was like a big anime
Uh-huh.
thing, and like, I'm Irish and German. Like Chan is not,
That's not one of yours?
It's not
Y'all-
mine.
Not from
It was
those-
very
those
bad.
worlds,
Yeah.
okay.
So letting go of that was a big deal for me because it was like
pal.
that was how I built up my following. But I'm glad it's gone, and I'm glad I have my name. But I think for like, I'll bring up Victoria because her handle's Sailor B, and
Sure.
it's always been Sailor B, and it's always going to be Sailor B, and I don't think that harms her in any way.
Right.
Because like you look up Sailor B, and
Yeah.
there she
there
is.
she
There
is,
she
yeah,
is, and that's her
totally.
stuff. That's her work. Yeah. So.
Oh, that boy needs that curry rice.
Oh, delicious.
He likes it spicy.
Yeah, he looks like he
I don't
likes
play
things spicy.
battlegrounds with Lester. Lester likes it too spicy.
Lester.
Ooh, Lester?
Lester.
He needs that Goron spice.
Whoa, kindly.
He
Thank
just
you
called you a
kindly,
skinny
sonny
boy.
It's Sunny
He
boy.
said, "Sonny boy." That was cute. All
I
right.
was like, dang, he's commenting
I
on
get-
how Link looks. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. It's like, don't body shame Link. He gets to look the way he would like to look,
Exactly.
as all people do. All right. Number 2, from Don in Portland,
Oh, right.
emoticon fascination. Watching the chat, it just
Yes.
feels like a stream of emoticons. Oh, shit.
God damn it.
Well,
God damn
I'm
it.
going to let the blood moon rise here.
I've never seen this, so yes, please.
Look at this blood moon horizon.
sucks.
Well, if you've seen it once,
All right.
You have to discard your
I
weapons.
just got
All
my-
weapons
all
but
of my
one.
weapons except for shields. Everything except for arrows. Arrows are the only thing I get to keep. And armor.
And you still have to take photos of enemies, so.
Yeah. All right. Time to get rid of a bunch of bullshit.
oh god.
Do I have to
You have
keep-
good stuff,
Here's the actual
too.
question is, do I have to...
Do you get to keep the thing that's out?
Well, right.
No, you don't. Right?
Why not?
Because you have to discard everything.
Except one. Oh, no. No, it's one. I get to keep one
I
of
think
each.
it was keeping one.
Otherwise,
Okay.
I'd be
I thought it.
fucked.
I
I
thought
can't get
it
rid of
was.
all of my weapons.
Because
It's
he
all
would
but
actually
one of
just
each.
die.
Yes.
All right, all right.
All right, so I'm going to go into this inventory,
Oh,
which
this
I don't
hurts.
normally do.
This
All right.
hurts.
I'm going to start discarding some shit.
Oh, discard.
Drop.
All right, sorry. So I'll
Drop.
keep going. I've noticed it becomes a call and response mentality, similar to wrestling. As soon as something has a related
I have
emoticon,
one
the chat is
here.
flooded with it, similar to an Austin. What? I think
This
this is from a
sucks.
while ago. How do we feel about emoticon fascination?
I don't like spam, no matter what it is.
No
I do
spams.
not like chat spam, and this comes from.
This blows.
This hurts. This
Oh,
hurts
this
me.
sucks so
Look at
bad.
that nice guardian sword.
I have to keep the edge of duality. Like, it's the best thing I have.
It is the best thing.
I'd
you
rather keep
Wait,
it.
do you really have to discard them? Can't you just keep them and not use them?
No.
have. He has to get rid of them.
Because I lose the inventory space.
Yeah, he's got to get rid.
Um,
It's got to hurt.
This stings.
I
This
don't-
blows.
I
I
don't-
hate it.
I come from a background of doing a bunch of live streams, and spam has always been like the worst shit of all time. Whether you're reading a chat, part of a stream that the chat is talking about, like, it's always awful. I don't care if it's emoticons. I don't care if it's like a number voting system or something else. I don't like spam.
Yeah.
Period. I do like emoticons used sparingly. Like, I really like the multi emoticons, like the
Yeah.
mermaid girl from Monster Musume, or other long emoticons. I like those. And
Yeah.
I like emojis a lot, but I just don't like spam.
Right.
I just take a break to
Completely
listen
I
to
think
Cass's
this is
song.
completely
really quick.
agree.
This is a problem with spam and not a problem with emoticons.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Look at this. Is so nice.
It's so pretty. I wish this was voiced, but not by
A
any
dark
of the
force
voices.
of
Oh,
destruction.
fuck me.
Many times undone, rise of oh shit, it went too fast. But I hope survives in Hyrule, for all's not lost, two brave
It's-
souls protected, no matter the
Such a
cost.
beautiful thing that she's ruining.
You mean making it better. A goddess blood princess and a fearless knight, they appear in each age to fight the good fight. This is nice.
This is not.
They're
battle-
they're battle again.
Oh,
I command this song to keep it through time, no matter how long.
We'll do a trade-off. Now begins the second verse. Listen and you'll know of the battle with Ganon 100,000 years ago.
10,000,
10,000.
I thought verse and curse was gonna, never mind.
The kingdom of Hyrule was once a land of lasting peace. A culture such strength and weight that suffering did
I
cease.
hate this.
But Ganon lurked beneath the surface, strengthening its jaws. So the ancient people of Hyrule set out to help the
It's
cause.
an H. There's an H in Hyrule.
For his boyfriend and automated force.
There aren't even words anymore.
Calamity by stealing as swords.
4 giant behemoths for which power never ceased. Each of these titans was called the Divine Beast.
Every will machines that hiding down their prey. These guardians were built to last, so they could join the fray.
This has been Permadeath. I'm Austin
To
Walker.
guide the beasts in battle,
You can find
warriors
me
when needed. So 4 champions pledge
at
to
Austin
seek
_Walker
undefeated.
on Twitter.
Divine beasts, guardians, princesses, and a knight.
You can find everything we do at
The winner again was
waypoint.vice.com.
looking airtight.
Whoa!
Breakfast and Battlegrounds tomorrow right here, twitch.tv.
And when Calamity Ganon reared its head,
/ Waypoint.
Hyrule rose against it. The optimism of Hyrule all the more incensed it.
Generation is a soul
Can I go-
boiling with hate.
Can we go back to that question about missing Giant Bomb?
Thrashed about, but it was all too late.
The Guardians kept the heroes safe through every
Have a good one,
hour. Hour.
The divine beast unleashed attacks that weakened Ganon's power.
The hero with the sealing sword struck the final blow, and the holy power of the princess sealed Ganon's soul.
And that is the story of the present attack on Calamity Ganon 10,000 years back.
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 That was beautiful. This is so beautiful. I got tears.
Oh, same. Oh, same.
Chills.
Oh, I definitely
These are
got
real
tears.
tears.
I definitely
These
got
are
tears
real
over here.
Tears, chills. You know, I'm really glad that most of our people stayed with us throughout that beautiful. There's seen a lot of Bravo and Encore. We really lost Austin. He actually walked out of the room for real. We don't know where he is. He probably quit. Actually, I think.
well, you know,
R.I.P. Austin's soul and his ability to do things in life. Well, now it's the Dan show.
now it's now
The Dan
welcome
Dan
to
show.
welcome to
The firm between
Permadan.
two Ds, right?
Permadan. Oh yeah, the firm between two
The
Ds.
firm between two Ds. Oh, I'm really happy. Well, you know, I guess I could try to play this game without Austin.
Oh
Austin
God.
really left us. We didn't know this would happen, but
I'll message him. I'll say,
But he
dear
really-
Austin,
he really left us. All right. Oh God.
please come back. We're done.
Oh, we stopped singing, Austin. You can come back. All right, so I've never played the Switch version of this game. I'm playing on the Wii U. So even though I'm a super expert
He's back. He's
in
back.
this
He's
game,
back.
oh good.
Hey, we didn't wrap yet. Oh, we're wrapping. Oh, that's the here's the.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Permadeath. We're gonna lose our lives, but maybe next time we're gonna lose our lives, and that means that we're dying.
Dying. Did I do it right?
You did right. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.